So last year, the week before our women's conference, it was canceled. And we had to walk on Lansing, and it was a big, thing about the fact that our women's conference was budgeted and scheduled for the year out, and then it said that they didn't have funding the week before the conference.
And this was a state.
This is the state, the NBAA. And what happened, it just kind of did a trickle down here. So I had a lot of female veterans that, cause we work with homeless female veterans, that I pull them out the streets, get them together and convince them to come out their house to go to this conference that's here in Grand Rapids. And then to tell them that they can go, we didn't have it, now it's like I'm not the liar, but the government's a liar. After I didn't convince them that, hey, we're gonna get this, we're gonna get you together, we're gonna, let's get together as a women. And so it brought a lot more trauma to us versus helping us. So now we're going back again, having a conference again in the $20, and maybe we can get sponsorship. I don't know the numbers of female veterans, yes. I don't know the numbers, because with females, it's hard to get the numbers exact of how many female veterans, because females come out with trauma and they do not say, I'm a female veteran. So you don't have the correct numbers. They get married or whatever, and they forget that they was in the military, or they got put out in the military. And so I had one that she was for years, because she got put out when Don't Ask, Don't Tell. Someone told on her, and she got put out because she was LGBTQ. And just so happened, last year, I happened to ask her. She was coming in here, and I had to ask her, you a veteran? She said, that's the first time, and she said in 20 years that she ever acknowledged. So how many people like her? So my question is, the NBA for the women's, I know it's about budgeting, but you can't get the right numbers if we don't have the funding. And the way the women's group is saying that we don't have the funding as much as other veteran groupings.
I can do some research for you. I don't know the answers off the top, but if you, Reggie has my email. Can you have it as well?
Yeah.
Can you email me your exact questions that you want answered?
Yes.
And if you send me those exact questions, we will reach out to Veterans Affairs and ask as well. Veterans Affairs is the one agency that's really hard for us to even hear from. Like other agencies or departments, if I'm not hearing from them, I can go, their offices are right near our office.
Right.
But DHHS and Veterans Affairs are really, we can't just show up.
Right.
They won't let us in. We have to fill out forms before they'll call us back. But I'll get right on it to start asking.
Yeah, you can't help us if you don't know how many females are there, and if we feel like, after, like I said, a week before our conference, everything was canceled.
So, but this has been confirmed?
Yes, as far as we know, it has, and they said everything is supposed to be on track and on schedule, but.
And I'll call and ask too.
Scholarships.
Okay.
Johnny,
I got it.
are you looking for the number of female veterans in the state of Michigan? Cause it's like 45,000 in the state of Michigan.
That number is not correct, because even at 45, I have 120 of them who never even acknowledged them as a veteran. So I know the number's not correct. The thing is, the scholarships, they said we're asking them to say, hey, can we put some of our female veterans back on the scholarship from last year? The only thing they can do is just give them the information and hope that they have funding. So that's the reason why we have to come up out of our pocket to make sure, because I can't take a chance that the NBAA has the funding when I know they don't have the funding.
I understand what you're saying.